Good afternoon, boys and girls, jelly peeps. The Big Ian for the Big Ian Challenge. How you doing? It's day 300 and something. I'm not actually too sure what day it is, but it is snowing. Like snowing. We're currently sitting at a temperature of 2 degrees in a rather snowy Hamilton, and I'm trying to get out my driveway if I can. Trying to get up. I've got a wee steep hill at the end of my road. I'm trying to get my car up the wee hill. For most of you who don't know, I drive automatic cars, right? An automatic driving school I've got. So this is absolutely brilliant practice for using the semi-automatic gearbox for driving in snow. In which case you can actually pick the gear yourself, which is a really awesomely cool. The road's pretty scary. I can hardly see in it ahead of me. I can see maybe about 60 or 80 feet, something like that, because of the snow. And I've given myself a wee bit extra time today to get to Bravehearts. And again, they did say it was going to snow today. I had a test cancelled this morning. They told us 14 minutes before the test was due to begin that the test was off. Now that's completely unacceptable for an industry that prides itself on its professionalism. I had to go to East Kilbride and pick that boy up this morning. Now East Kilbride was absolutely nuts. My car's getting absolutely bombarded with snowballs because the kids are on holiday, and it was about 2 inches deep in snow this morning by the time I got to pick him up, and he was astounded that the test was even going ahead. And when I went to leave and get him, the test was definitely still on. So he was very much surprised. We got to Hamilton. Hamilton wasn't as bad as East Kilbride, but it was still snowing. And when we got to the test centre, it was off. So it's 50 quid for the boy. Test is 50 quid, and he's 50 quid out of pocket now, which I think is harsh. Absolutely harsh. If they'd have cancelled the test, I wouldn't have charged the boy this morning. He wouldn't need it to come out, and everything would have been fine. But I had to go and get him. I had to go and do it, and an absolute wasted journey. I'll share the picture of East Kilbride at 11:45 this morning when I dropped him off, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, how bad the conditions were. Now East Kilbride sits a lot higher than Hamilton, where I live, and it's now hit Hamilton. If this is Hamilton, Hamilton must be a good inch and a quarter deep just now, and it's still hammering down here at the moment. The roads have been gritted, but it's still lying on the roads as well. So I'm just going to take my time in getting up here today. And the weather conditions are terrible, absolutely terrible. So driving an automatic in the snow can be pretty tricky. If you just stick it into drive and then let it drive, choose its own gear, it can change its gears when you don't want it to, and end up putting you out of control, because this has got the semi-auto in it as well, where you can manually select the gear when you want to change up and change down. It's so much better, so much better. I've had control of my car all the way out from the end of my road. I'm now about halfway to Bravehearts. I'll take this off for now and show you what it's like outside. That's what it's like. It's nuts. So it's only, I've just seen another driver instructor driving down the road there. Again, teaching this today would be a bit mental, but some people need their lessons. You know, that's just how it goes. So, the story so far. Last week I missed training. Last week I never put a video out last week because I was ill. I had the flu, and because I had the flu, I really had nothing to say. I was just very quiet. which is not like me at all, as you guys well know. And I really didn't have anything to say. I felt terrible. I had the sniffles, I had the cold, I had the flu, I had no energy, I couldn't train. I've still got my calf injury which needed attended to and massaged every day, and tape strips put on it and stuff like that, just to try and heal it, because a calf muscle injury when you're a big guy is serious, because I need my calf muscles to walk and move and do stuff. And if I don't fix it properly and it doesn't heal properly, it's going to keep tearing on me. So we've worked out the proper plan medically, how to fix it and how to get it going, and it's a bit tender today. So I'll get up to the gym and I'll see what Stephen has for us today. Bearing in mind, just getting over the flu, bearing in mind I've got a calf injury still, so we can work it out, we can do something. I'm absolutely desperate to get back, and I looked at the snow earlier on and thought, am I going to get to the gym today? Is it going to be too hard to get to? You know, I thought, there's no way I'm missing my training session. You know, I'm not even concerned about how I get back, I just want to get there. If I can get there, I'm laughing. I'm going the long way around today because the other way involves quite a steep hill, which I want to try and avoid as much as I can. So, having the flu and a calf injury last week and being really quiet, I was just, you didn't want to speak to me last week, you didn't want to hear from me last week, I just wasn't having it. I spoke to Stephen, I spoke to David, I spoke to Colin, I spoke to the people I needed to speak to, but that was basically it, because it was very difficult. You know, that flu bug I had, I've not had one like that for a long time, for a good few years. That one hammered me. So, delighted to get it over and done with, back onto the scene of the crime, as they say, and try and get my mojo going, get back into my fitness. Spoke to Stephen, we're going to do 2 sessions this week, Monday and Friday, and then try and catch back up again, because you know yourself, when you stop it, it's hard to get back in again. Your body gets used to training, and when it doesn't train for a couple of weeks, it's very difficult. So I know I've got a difficult session coming today, a difficult one on Friday, but hopefully that'll bring me up to 2 a week every week, and then just stepping up for there. Hopefully do 2 a week and then go up into the class as well, do one of the classes, either the morning one or the evening one, whatever one we're kind of hoping for, and maybe one with Maxi or something, see whatever time we can do. I think that would be really cool if we could do that. So yeah, so I'm glad it's Monday. I love a Monday. Mondays were a terrible day. I used to try and take a Monday off if I could, just hang about and just chill. But now Monday's training day. Monday kick-starts the rest of my week. Monday's the day that sorts everything out for me. You've no idea how quick the rest of the week goes when Monday is you work in the morning, and then you go train in the afternoon, and then work at night, and then it's Tuesday, Wednesday. By the time you come back down, it's Thursday, and you're all back at the Friday again, it's almost Monday. So hopefully I'll be walking this week. My wee mucker is away to New York later on in the week, so he's going to be away for Valentine's Day. So hopefully I'll catch up with him for my wee walk, if we can do it this week, and we'll see how we go for there. Try and get that done before he goes away. And so there'll be 2 workout update videos for you this week, guys. See how that goes. That's me just about at Braveheart's gym just now, and time is 13 minutes past 3, so I'm in on time. My job is good and I'm ready to go, so let's do this. Let's knock this right out of the park, this bad boy, and make this happen. It's a nightmare. Cheers, mate. there you go. What a tight space to get your car into. And stopped by another instructor. He said, I can't see your indicator there. Nah, very much. The indicator was definitely on, mucker. All the best. I'll see you in a wee bit, guys. Cheers, mate. Bye.
Keep going, mate. Right above the shot. Right into the head. Upper. Body. Leave the shot. Stab. Body. Palm and roll. Palm. Roll. Step. That's your body. Upper. Right in. Upper. Body. Roll. Body. Right roll. But the palm. Right up. Again. Hands up. Upper roll. And the center of the leg. Let's go. Grab. Grab. That's good. What we done? Over here. Your hands up. Over here. Right here. Right here. Right up front. Straight left. Down here. Over here. Right here. Here. Right here. Over here. Double it.
Oh. Good afternoon, boys and girls and Charlie Peeps. It's Big Ian for the Big Ian Challenge. It's Monday. It's post-workout at Breakfast Boxing Gym with a phenomenal Stephen McMillan. Missed last week because of the flu, as I said earlier on, and was really struggling. Still got a wee bit of the residue of the cold left this week, but wasn't missing my training for anything, and I went in and I took it to the max today again, as I always do. That's taken out of me. That's definitely taken out of me. Got in and he said, right, thought we were going on the treadmill, and he's like, no, gloves on today. And he put on wee digital trackers on my gloves, which was absolutely fantastic. And he was going down the route of tracking punches today, which is absolutely brilliant. The first workout was 150 punches and a minute's rest, 150 punches, a minute's rest, 150 punches, minute's rest, and then into the ring. And 450 punches sounds pretty okay, you know, but when you're doing them and you're getting tracked and you're watching the clock counting up as you're doing it, it's pretty difficult. You know, I know he does it sometimes as a warm up, but it's 500 punches all in. I think I done 550 the other week there, you know, which was pretty good. But the 450 today was absolutely awesome, and then straight into the ring and 4 3-minute rounds on a new combination. The combination was pretty difficult today, and you can tell I've not worked out for nearly 2 weeks, because I was struggling today. I was really struggling. I was just not working out for 2 weeks, catching up with me, or the end to this cold and flu thing I've had. But I was struggling big time, struggling. Got my 3-minute rounds in, and have to say a big shout out today to Si as well, who was in doing a PT, and the last 30 seconds of the 4th round I was really struggling, and Stephen doing what he does, you finish your combination and then he just keeps adding punches on, you need to go. And I could hear Si and Callum shouting from the other end of the gym, just keep it going, big man, keep it going, keep punching, finish it. And it was all I could hear in the back of my mind, you know. And I just kept punching till I couldn't go anymore, and excuse me, that's the tiredest ever I've been in anywhere, a boxing gym or sneezes are back, or anywhere. I was absolutely done. Try to get my breath back. That took me up to 3-4 minutes just to get my breath back from that final round, and then we started on back, shoulders and arms, and it was just, I did find that a lot easier today. I like the technique in it, although the weights are not mega heavy. The technique behind it is really important to do. If you do it right, it hurts, it catches you out. And when Stephen takes time to show you how to do something properly, you've got to make sure you try and do it the way he sets it up, you know. There's no point coming in and not going at it. But fantastic workout. Back in on Friday at 11 AM, which is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that one. So I'm going to move wee teapot's lesson for Friday lunchtime to a wee bit later. That'll let me get into Stephen at 11 o'clock to 12. Get my workout down, get it down, get in, get a shower, and then get up for teapot in the afternoon, and that should finish that off. That would be actually quite a good time if I could do that every week. Do my Monday at 3:30, do my Friday at 11 in the morning. They're quite good times for me. They suit the people driver training quite well, so yeah. Struggling in the car now again. That's about 20 minutes since I finished my workout, and that is the hardest I've worked. Never mind the beeping noise. I've just got my water bottle again. Today I've started using electrolytes in the water. The cherry things are actually quite nice, but I'm off for the rest of the night. Normally I have to come home and race, get my dinner, get a shower and go back out to work, but both my girls tonight have cancelled due to the weather, so gives me a wee night in. My calf held up pretty well, just a couple of wee twinges out of it, but I made sure I done my stretches properly, got my warm up in, and hopefully a few more weeks and it'll be fully healed and I'll be able to get working on it again. No step ups, no squats, although to be fair I mainly find squats done properly are more my thighs than my calves, but no risk in it. So there you are, I've still got a cough, still getting sneezes, so yeah, maybe not fully healed yet. So this is the big man's first video back after a week of lying in his knackers like an old dog, with man flu, whatever it is you girls want to call it. But it's great to be back working out, getting fit. As Sai Girl said, I'm fitter leaving than I was when I came in, so that's a fantastic way of looking at it. Fantastic. So I'll probably share some pictures, some videos on my social media channels of today's workout. Stephen was really quite good today, took a lot of pictures, a few videos. I think the video he got of me doing the combination pad working around was the 4th round I was telling you about, where I was tired, I was burst, I was done, and I kept on fighting. And it's just, you have to do it, you have to push yourself. When you think you've not got anything left, find it, dig deep, get after it. Right, that's what Monday's for, you know. And the famous words of the great Jocko Willink, right, it's Monday, boys and girls, go get some. Bye.